Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Hogwarts Legacy. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zero. Let's get to it. So today we're balancing extracurriculars and classes, but before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
So that was a harsh couple of minutes. Why does it always look like Sebastian is ready to punch someone when you're talking to him? He's kind of hunched over, his fists are balled up, he's ready to knock someone out every time.
I'm sorry about her.
So got to see his twin sister Anne, and she's not lying in a bed, but she's not doing great either. Went from being a Hogwarts student to basically being confined to her quarters, more or less.
Truly.
Additionally, did anyone else think that the Sallow residence would be a little bit nicer?
It's not.
I was thinking more of a
It's nice to meet you,
castle
by the way.
or half
You must
castle,
be the new fifth year Sebastian told me
much
about.
like or mansion,
Sebastian and I met during a rather lively
kind of like
duel in defense against
the
dark arts.
Malfoy
Oh dear, Professor
estate.
Hecat. She's a powerful
Certainly not
witch. And she knows how to
a
keep
what
students like my
2-3
brother
bedroom hut.
and me in line. I
So,
do miss Hogwarts, but I
it's
wouldn't
a little bit
mind
less
being
than I was
Feldcroft,
expecting
really, if it wasn't so dreary now.
from
Between the goblins at the castle and
I don't know,
fighting with Sebastian whenever
Sebastian's
he's ill.
overall
It's not the cozy
presence.
retreat it once was.
Maybe that was it.
Sebastian mentioned
He just
something
has
about
the
your
presence
uncle
of
being
someone
an
that
expert, but refusing to go
would
on
have
the
that sort of
loyalists. I must say,
estate
I wasn't prepared for him to be
versus
as angry as he was.
what's actually
Uncle
going on.
Solomon is frustrated
Of course, his
by what
parents had an
happened to me,
accident
and by
or
Sebastian
something,
thinking he can fix it.
and they're not around,
Both
so
mean
it's just his
well, I
uncle
know
and
they do, but
his
my uncle is right.
twin sister,
This curse cannot be
and then of
undone.
course his
I can feel it.
friend
Sebastian cannot
Ominous,
take away my pain.
who's kind of
Perhaps
been
you
there
can help me
for
to
him
understand that.
after, I'm guessing after
I'll
the
do my
parents
best.
passed. So
I can promise to speak with him about it.
get a little bit
Thank
more
you.
information
The
from
search for a cure is futile, I'm
Anne
afraid.
here,
I'm getting tired. I should probably
basically
rest. Thank you for
apologizing.
stopping by.
But Sebastian has said
wish you
that
well.
she's not been the same, and that's one of the reasons why he's been, I would say, desperate to find something to reverse what's happened. And you can see she was a bit of a possessive, if nothing else, saying, "Hey, this is my potion set, not yours. Get your own." And the uncle was just kind of bitter and angry
Mr. Sallow.
for whatever reason.
Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of
So here he seems
doesn't know when to stop.
perfectly reasonable, at least at the
I see you
moment.
come from the house.
Let's see what he has to
How
say.
is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves any time soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
So it kind
I
of
hope
seems
you'll
like
remember what I've
Sebastian
said.
and his uncle
Good day.
go together
see how
like
Sebastian
oil
is
and water.
faring.
They don't get along at all. They have very different outlooks and ideals. As such, Sebastian is continuing to look for something that's going to help, whereas his uncle is just like, it is what it is. Let's just do the best we can, and that's pretty much it.
Why
So,
will he not listen to me?
I'm sure
She's
everyone
my
can pretty much
sister.
relate. They either have a
How are you doing,
relative
Sebastian?
or a
You got
friend that
first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my
they
uncle.
don't mind being around, but their viewpoints are much different. Or a coworker,
I know
something
he's
like
angry,
that.
but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry.
And they were both
He's been angry since my
apologetic
parents died.
to, at
After
least to
Anne was
me,
hurt, he only
about
grew worse.
whatever happened.
It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's
Like,
son.
hey, sorry
as
you
if
saw
that's an
that.
insult.
Sorry
I'm the one trying to help
sorry
her.
you were there to
He's
witness
simply given up.
how bad
Both
my
Anne
nephew,
and
how
your
bad
uncle
my
seem genuinely
uncle
convinced that
actually
nothing
is,
more
but
can
now
be
you
done
get
for
to
her.
see what I'm
I
dealing
refuse to
with.
believe that. Anne's pain is more than
So,
physical. It
No
has
matter
changed
how
her
thin a piece of
entirely.
paper is, there's
I miss
always
my
two
sister.
sides to it.
And I'm going to get her back.
Sebastian has one
Come
point
with
of
me.
view, and his
I need
uncle
to
has
show
a
you where
different
it
one.
happened.
And they both butt heads
Ranrock's loyalists
when they
are
meet in the
capable of
middle.
So much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
So now we're going to go check out a potential
All the
lead.
debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. Revelio. They've been
So
digging for
initially,
something.
Sebastian brought a shrivel fig, and then his uncle was like, poof. That doesn't cure a curse,
there,
nothing
On that
does.
plateau is where they cursed Anne.
And
This way.
I don't want to bring it up, but I think I had probably 20 shrivel figs in my bag that I could have replaced it with.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ramrock, no point.
Dig through the rubble.
It's an honor to be a part of it.
Huh?
A good wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
We got Ranrock's goblins here. Oh, and an attack from behind. That's low, even for a goblin. Oh, I got attacked from behind. The one bad thing about fighting on an incline is the, or obstacles. It doesn't have to be an incline. But anytime there's obstacles, it can be a little
Revelio.
not great. You either get, oh, yeah, that's unblockable. Whoops. Getting low. It's not looking good. We still got quite a few guys to deal with. Boom. ancient magic. Kapowie. Things are turning around, that's good. Whoa, that was close. So let's keep going. Ooh, yeah, that was a solid block. Oop. I always, when I'm in the middle of a combo, I'm like, oh wait, there's a shield. That ranger, all he does are unblockable attacks, which makes it really rough. Woo. Man, that was close. Ooh. Hello. He's got a purple shield. Need to use Repulso, Accio, depending on what you have. Oh, I love that one. Smack him around like a ragdoll. Let's see, ooh, good block, good block. Build up that combo meter, get some extra. This guy behind me. I want to get that. Oh wait, he didn't take any damage. He must be new. Nice. Nice stupefy. Ooh. Put a curse mark on him. That's a talent. Cursed enemies take more damage. Yikes. Let's see where it's coming from or where I'm going when the camera's that close to you. There. Nice. There we go. Two guys left, I think. One guy. Oh. Sass? Take that. Nice combo at the end.
I confess, that was a bit.
Didn't get any of the dueling feats, but that's okay. I was a little concerned about my health and well-being. I mean, sure, I could have used a bunch of Wiggenweld potions, but where's the fun in that? Alright, so
Those loyalists
what do we got
deserved
here?
what they got.
They deserved what they got. Couldn't agree more.
We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire.
Okay, so
worried
this is
someone
how
would be
she got
hurt.
cursed.
She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically
It was
trying
right
to
around
stamp out
here.
the flames. Suddenly,
There's a horde of
an
goblins.
icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not
And then
heard.
got blasted.
A blinding blast followed. They didn't even
Ah,
give her a
So
chance.
she
to
came
run.
in like a hero, trying to help people
It
out,
seems an
and
awfully
then
violent response to a
got
child
blasted
wandering
with a
by.
curse. And
What were
she
they trying
was
to hide?
young. She
My
was obviously
thoughts
not a
exactly.
threat at that point.
It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever
Certainly
cursed
not a
her. Might
fifth
be the
year,
only
maybe
way
a
to
first
learn
or
what
second
type of
year.
magic harmed her,
Anyway,
which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time
no good
here,
deed goes
and it's
unpunished,
likely they're
as
hiding something.
the saying
And
sometimes
at
goes.
Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Shall we have a look around?
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason.
Revelio.
Stations
Alright.
for everything.
So they've been poking around. Need to try and figure out if
I've
there's
heard that goblin dig sites
something
like
that we
these are
can
popping up everywhere.
dig sites.
It's a
They're
wonder
digging.
the ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see any loyalists, they're always ready for a fight. That pretty much goes for almost everyone you encounter. Certainly the aggressive ones.
Revelio.
I remember probably the first time I went into the Forbidden Forest that I had ran across some dark witches, and they were talking, but they didn't show up as
Professor lived here once,
red arrows,
centuries ago.
the aggressive
That's all I ever heard.
enemies,
It might be worth taking
and they
a
were
closer look
talking.
at the house itself.
and that was it. So, like, that's probably the only time that you see someone that you know isn't on the up and up, but they're not aggressive towards you.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well,
This looks
the
very
view.
familiar.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
So, never been here before in Feldcroft, but this is exactly where the pensive memory came from. When they turned the rocky, dead landscape into a more fertile area with the
Revelio.
with the well and the father and the girl and the little tiny Tim.
Sebastian, over here. Do you
We
think
got
that
a
this was
portrait
damaged
here
by the fire the
that
night
was
that Anne was
blasted.
cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
And it looks like it was intentional. Yeah, right where the face was, so
Sebastian,
that does kind of
this
seem
house did
like a
belong to
personal
Hogwarts
jab,
professor.
whoever did it.
Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted
And now we're
section
just-
with a memory that showed this house.
We got the
There was a
diarrhea
little
of the
girl
mouth,
and a drought.
telling
The keepers
Sebastian
have shown
about
me other memories as
everything
well.
there is to
The
know
girl became a Hogwarts
without
professor.
regard to
Her name was Isadora
the secrecy,
Morganach.
the secrecy of ancient
She
magic.
was one of the keepers.
Nobody
The
should
keepers?
know
Like in
except
Quidditch?
those
And you
that
found a
need to know.
pensive in
It's
the
a
library?
need-to-know basis.
I'm not following you.
I realize it's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
to take
He
in.
kind of seems like
I'm
a
not even sure
trustworthy
I
type.
understand it all yet. And
Not
no,
like he doesn't have his own
not like
secrets.
Quidditch.
Secrets that
They call
he
themselves keepers
holds
because
back
they're
even
protecting
from us.
some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault
Certainly.
at Gringotts.
Let me see if I got
Keepers.
this straight. You have Ranrock
Keepers,
and
but not from
Rookwood after
Quidditch.
you because of something you found at Gringotts.
Alright,
where you ended
so
up via a
Ranrock,
portkey. You can see
Rookwood
traces of an ancient magic
went to
that you
Gringotts.
think Ranrock is trying to harness.
got
And now you've been witnessing memories
ambushed
left
by
keepers.
Ranrock,
Oh,
got to
and
Hogwarts.
this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these
Non-Quidditch keepers.
keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it,
So-
when you put it like that? The point
Yeah.
is we both have good reason to search this house.
Sounds like a
You
crazy
for
bag of
answers about
cats.
what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
So, yeah, just kind of
Look at
compartmentalize it. Where you might get
Someone
a
piled this
solution
here
for
for a
Anne,
reason.
and we might be able to get
Is it
more
blocking something?
answers
Only one way
about
to
the
find
keepers.
Confringo!
Blast the wall. Got a small hole. Let's take a look. Oh, this used to be a bedroom. Alright.
Why bother blocking a
Nothing
stairway?
sinister going on in here.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
Yep.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me
Devil's
they're after
snare.
something bigger.
Revelio! Lumos!
Growing in the dark.
A journal
Alright,
entry of
so-
Isadora's. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Isadora. Morganach. Nice little shelf of ingredients here. And a whole bunch of books.
Revelio!
So, yeah, I kind of feel like there's more to it.
Revelio!
Certainly more Devil's Snare. Oh, look at
You're not
that.
going to believe this.
That looks familiar.
I can see the Undercroft.
Oh,
A danger.
and it just happens to
Because that
be
happens
the
to me too.
Undercroft. Portal for ancient magic users.
I know it sounds
That'll be
strange,
easy to
honestly.
explain.
Nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Nothing
Fair
sounds
enough.
strange anymore, or no more
I can
strange
see
than
the
usual.
Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This
It's
has
happened before.
I'm listening.
It'll
I
happen
think it's to do
again.
with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it. and that
You
couldn't
don't
wield it.
understand it and
That's
you
true.
can't wield it.
And I'm still not
And
sure
it's
what it all
true,
means.
but
What I do know is that
I
my
can
ability
kind of
allows
use
me
it.
to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here.
I know I put my hand on the wall that looks like a window,
But
and then I
perhaps
end up
best not to
wherever
tell
I'm
anyone
looking.
else about this for now.
What's weird is that these are all like
Understood.
one way
Well then, invisible secret
windows.
ancient
You can
magic
go from one
passageway?
place to the other, but
Here we
you can't
come.
go back.
I'm
So-
tempted to hold my breath.
You can take the port key to the cliffside, and then take the mirror to Gringotts, the special entrance, but you can't go back out. Same thing here. You have the
Why would the
Undercroft.
door lead us here?
Get into the Undercroft, but you can't go back out. Gets more interesting because, as we know, Isadora was not exactly the most trustworthy looking person of the Keeper group, and with her ability to see ancient magic.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Yeah, seems like there's a lot missing.
Let's have a look.
Like 2 panels, and then there's this diagram.
Anything helpful?
It's interesting. I'm sure there's more somewhere. We'll get
A rune
to it
symbol.
eventually.
I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've seen symbols like this
A keeper lived in that house
used by
centuries
the
ago,
keepers.
and Ranrock in his lot
So I
was
wonder if
searching there.
Isadora
You said that goblins may be wielding some
created the
form of this ancient
Undercroft
magic.
in Hogwarts
Do you think Anne was
to
cursed
keep
by
her
ancient
secrets,
magic?
I can't be
or
sure, of course, but I don't think so.
if it was already there
I didn't
and
see
she
any
discovered
traces
it
of it
and
around
then
my
used
sister.
it to further keep her secrets.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
Either way, we know that she was using it
Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
as a
Then
portal
we'll have
to get
unravel what
from
this all means. But
Feldcroft
now I
to
need to see
Hogwarts.
Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that apparently
Alright,
Salazar
so...
Slytherin had a secret
Oh, here we go.
scriptorium
Salazar
here
Slytherin
in
had a
Hogwarts?
secret
You did not.
scriptorium.
Sounds worth
You did
looking
not.
into.
Sounds worth
Any idea where it
looking
goes?
into.
No
Any idea where it
Ominous
is?
just learned of it.
No
I'll let you know when I
idea.
find out. I
Omnis
have no
just
idea
learned
our
of it.
visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess.
So,
But I'm glad you told me everything you did.
well, there you go. Lifted his
I'll
spirits
be in touch.
just a little
Till
bit.
then.
Gave him a little bit of hope that, we could find a solution to what's going on. So now, moving on from here, got nothing more to do here, so I think we'll move on to class, since we have more classes to attend, having to deal with that balance. Let's see what's going on in astronomy.
Is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
So right off the bat, the astronomy professor was trying to differentiate the class from divination. Sometimes looking to the stars
This was his old
is used in divination.
Looks practically brand new.
Astronomy teacher says, no, that's not how it works. This isn't about looking for answers to the future. Although we know from the books, the one centaur
I have the telescope.
gazed at the planets in the sky as a means of divining what was going on with the world, not necessarily his future specifically, or any one person.
Yes, what is it? You remember
Alright, so we didn't have our own telescope, and they're not having us buy a telescope. Instead, we got this Amit's old telescope, which is apparently still in really good shape. So he's only lightly used it before getting a new one. The latest and greatest, kind of the Nimbus 2001 of telescopes.
Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there.
And now this rolls us into another side quest of sorts, or series of questing. There are these astronomy tables that we are going to have to look for throughout the map. First one is more or less a gimme, I'm guessing anyway. And then of course the astronomy class taught us how to work with the telescope. But I'm sure there'll still be controls letting us know how to rotate and zoom the telescope whenever we get to one of the astronomy tables. And we'll grab some resources while we're at it.
Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
This guy is not the adventuring type, so I'm guessing that's why he's wanting he was wanting some company. A few cobwebs and dust. Don't worry about it.
It's just not as tidy.
It's just not as tidy as I expected.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no,
There's a
not this
table.
close to school, Amit.
I think.
Arachnophobia.
Go on, try it out.
Alright, so here we go.
The constellation should appear near the center.
So we've got a constellation that we're looking at, and we've got the lineup that it should line up to, but we have to zoom and rotate in order to get it. And yeah, this is pretty much a a gimme. I'm gonna guess the rest of them are not gonna be as easy as this one. Oh, there we go. Just didn't have it zoomed in quite enough. So the rest of them assume that you're gonna have to do a lot more rotating and zooming out, zooming in order to get everything. Plus, I imagine they'll put in some dummy stars to make it a little bit more difficult. You have to filter out what's not supposed to be there.
This is only the beginning.
Alright, so I imagine that is going to be another series of challenges, much like the Merlin challenges. But unlike the Merlin challenges, you might not get as much utility out of doing the astronomy tables. So, gobbledygook. I like how the goblin language is gobbledygook. I mean, they could have been called it Goblinese or Goblin Speak, but gobbledygook, which is both humorous and interesting at the same time. Alright, so we're going to move on. Go talk to Sebastian. Apparently, there was an argument within... Oh, we weren't technically in Hogwarts there. We're just outside. Looks like there's a flue flame close by. Oh, the Great Hall. Oh, look at that. The jack-o'-lanterns hanging in the Great Hall. That's pretty cool.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin.
Oh, okay, so the argument's still going on. Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is bad news.
I won't give up.
Sebastian's not giving up, though.
Speaking about? He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium.
Alright, so back to the scriptorium. Alright.
So he wants nothing to do with
Ominous thinks it is used for misdeeds, dark arts, and Sebastian says, hey, let's see what's up. Yeah, the dark arts do pique my interest.
The Gaunts know this better than most.
Dark arts,
Perhaps I've
there's
more
to it.
His family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me if you don't want
If
to.
I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm
All right.
not interested, and you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
So I have to ask.
Dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus?
Cruciatus curse? You mean one of the unforgivable curses that
it's known as the torture curse.
you can learn in Hogwarts Legacy? No, not at all. I mean, maybe a little.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about
using it on Muggles for sport.
The sound of the victim's cries as horrific. So the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child,
he couldn't do it.
He couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him.
Ooh, and then they cast it on him.
When asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to. But he still hasn't forgiven
They asked him to cast Crucio, and he couldn't do it. So they cast it on him, and then said, do it. And he's like, okay.
He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That was until I came along. Every moment he isn't
So Ominous and Sebastian became fast friends.
Ominous trusts me. And more often than not,
because he wanted nothing to do with his own family. And Sebastian is kind of in the same boat, because his uncle is not able to see things even remotely from his point of view. But it's hard to, because they have such differing ways of looking at a problem, or the problem, in that case. Alright, main story mission. Here we go. So we need to go outside of Hogwarts to the far northeast. Unfortunately, we haven't unlocked all the Floo Flames outside of Hogwarts, or possibly not even Hogwarts. Most of the ones in Hogwarts. So one of the things you can do once the outside world becomes available is that you can go through the Floo Flames, but only after you have access to your a broom, I should say, not your broom. Once you have flying class, you can buy a broom, which is relatively a small amount at 600 galleons, comparatively speaking, especially if you've had to buy or have already bought the 2 large pots and or like the 3 medium pots, the 5 small pots, or the 3 potions. So, I mean, there are certainly things that are more expensive that you could be buying. So, while we're going out in this direction, we'll go ahead and unlock this Floo Flame, which apparently is in someone's house. Alright, someone's here to talk, and it's a problem.
I'm convinced I saw a Grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe.
That's great. A Grim,
See me. I'll be all right,
which is, harkens back to,
yes, that's what I need.
or Easter egg, whatever you want to call it, from the Harry Potter
Not sure it'll help you though.
series
Be careful, won't you?
with Professor Trelawney and it was what, the Prisoner of Azkaban.
No Grim is going to get me.
Because you saw the Grim, and it ended up being not the Grim, but Sirius Black. Alright, so got that Floo Flame unlocked, so we can come back here whenever we want, pick up some resources, help someone out. So you basically had a 2-for-1. You give them 1 potion and you get 2 other potions. So it's a pretty good deal. I'll pick up some resources along the way as I'm going along. See what else is going. Oh, there was a enemy, but it was further back / further forward. And another Floo Flame. Falbarton Castle.
Over here, quietly. I'm glad that you
I was half expecting her to tap me on the shoulder. Like, hey, I'm right here.
What's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
So let's see what Natty has to say.
I'm investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The Ministry will come in later.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Alright, so Natty wants to take down Harlow. We've kind of put a fire under Natty to help with the greater good, basically. She apparently has a backstory of bullies from where she's from, and you know, she didn't have the ability to do anything about it there, It was just her and her mom, maybe? I don't remember exactly who she's here with. Oh, can't go that way. But she has promised... Oh, there we go.
That did it.
To talk about it later, so we'll find out a little bit more about her backstory. But she wants to do some good. She wants to take Harlow and Rookwood down, specifically Harlow, it seems like. She definitely seems to have it out for Harlow. So, yeah, all gear is good, even if it's not as good as what you already have, because it's a good way you turn around and sell it, and it's one of the main ways of getting currency in Hogwarts Legacy. Alright, so need to switch it to Wingardium Leviosa, so we can move this box where we need it over here. Could use Accio, but it doesn't work as well because this whole castle has some enchantment around it that you can't use a broom. Alright, so that door is locked. Using Revelio helps out tremendously. Okay, that's in the way. And you can't cast when you're crouched over like this, so it makes it a little bit tough. So there must be something on the other side here to help us get in. Oh, and a bag to search for some
Must be another way in.
gear. Alright. Oh, there's a window. And there's the box. So what we'll do is we'll just move it with Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, as they say. Well, we'll try to move it. Ah, there we go. That's better. And so it should be clear, so we should be able to get there now. So when you're doing this, you just go over and hit it. Don't blast it. Well, alrighty then.
Revelio.
So that's the second time I've seen moon mines. Maybe third. Apparently it's not a very nice thing. There's a lock there. And let's see. We'll try that. There we go. Much better. Oh, and then there's a Depulso and then Accio. There we go. Perfect.
I will be right up. I knew you could do it.
Alright, so she's able to get in. And now what? Oh. Well, you could have taught me that little trick.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Harlow and the letter.
Now that's a castle.
We'll need to be careful once we get.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. Sebastian and the whole Sallow family would have, but apparently they were much more humble. Ooh, look at this. I know that. Hippogriff.
Highwing!
Do you know that, Hippogriff?
Get this thing back to me now.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that Hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
So, poachers, Harlow might be the mastermind behind all the poaching activity
Stays out of trouble.
around Hogwarts, basically on the world map. So let's see what we got going on. We got a movable box over here. We'll go ahead and move it off. Might have to just switch over to Pulso, just in case we need it. That'll save us a trip coming back up here. We got a bag. Can search for some galleons, always a good thing. Don't get a whole lot of galleons out of it, but yep, and we do need it. See that? We gotta move this over here and then climb up.
Revelio.
Alright, see what else we got going on here. Something way over, something there, but we can't get to it.
Not the safest place to sneak
Not yet,
into.
or not this trip.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, something's not quite right with that. There, maybe that'll do it. There we go. Just wasn't far enough back. It was too close. Oh, now we got some poachers to deal with. We'll see if we can. Should be able to sneak up on them. Boom. Get petrified.
Revelio.
And there's 3 more. Should be able to get that guy. Maybe one more. I don't know. Oop, never mind. Boom. Oof. And off the edge they go. Well, okay then.
Aloha Mora.
Let's open this lock. Get the green one first. Oop, there it is. And now the red one. If you ever notice, it's always at like exactly, you know, straight up and down, or straight to the side, or halfway in between. There's no weird angles when you're doing that spell. At least I've noticed it. Ooh, unidentified neck item. We'll have to take that to the room of requirement and see what it is.
I hope Natsy's having an easier time of it.
Maybe something new. Hopefully something better. Oh, a level 2 lock. Boo. So if we want to focus on that. Oop.
You're going home in a wooden
Trouble came to
box.
us. Poacher Ranger. Ooh, and down he went, just like that. Uh-oh. People coming in a la, you know, Death Eater. Let's see if we can take them down before they fall. In those kinds of circumstances, you have to keep juggling them. Alright, I think that's it. Nothing I can do here. So I think it's just lock and then go forward. Yeah, so if you notice, yeah, it's straight up and down. And then that one is right at the angle. So there's no in between. There's no like 20-degree angle or, you know, 175 where you have to worry about it.
No, Deke was right.
Oh,
We need to
Poacher's
save
got some poaching done. Got a list of animals. We can bag these creatures up, especially since I don't think I have a Niffler. There we go. Run as much as you like. You're not getting away. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 puffskins. I don't necessarily need more, but I'll take it. But the Niffler, I'll definitely take it. It's a star. I'll definitely take that.
Revelio.
I'll pretty much drop whatever I'm doing if I see one that's got a star. any any animal. Is it behind the boxes? Yep. Oops. Forgot to switch my spells. So, I would say one of the things that you'll want to get, maybe not right away, but shortly after you get your talents unlocked, is to get the different spell, what do you call them? Loadouts? So then you can just have different loadouts for different activities, and then you can swap them out without having to go to the menu every time. It's a very utility-driven talent upgrade, so I think it's worthwhile just for that. Alright. Let's see what we got going here. We'll use the field guide. Here we go. It's a breakout.
There we go.
Come on, guys, let's go. Well, I think we'll probably stop there with the heist of the Hippogriffs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
Hurry! Ho! Ho! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
soul.